How do you introduce yourself to people? Who is Warren?
So Warren Langford from Lab Creative. I've been doing digital marketing for 25 years, I want to say now. Sometimes people will say, I'm not getting the reach on my social media. My tax is too much. GEYE bill's going up too much. We create like a safe space where anyone can come along and they can ask anything. When I set my business up, I wanted to go to an event or join a group, but it was always single sector. So one dentist, one digital, one mortgage advisor, one this, one that. Went to one that somebody was running, one of my friends was running. There was about 8 or 9 people going to it regularly.
What makes Warren smile? Welcome guys to another podcast episode, and today we have Warren Langford, who is the managing director for Lab Creative, I believe. You've been doing digital marketing for over 20 years. One interesting thing I found out is that you're a Man United fan.
Correct.
So yes, we're in the pain together at the moment.
Yeah, through the trenches.
But it would just be good to find out, how do you introduce yourself to people when you meet people for the first time? Who is Warren?
Yeah, so Warren Langford from Lab Creative. I've been doing digital marketing for 25 years, I want to say now. I've worked with some really big companies. I worked for BT, Yellow Pages, another company in Lancaster, and then my own business now. Currently we have 500 clients across multiple industries, and we make sure that the business can get found, they're getting business, and they're converting the business that they're getting as well, which is good. Yeah, local entrepreneur, I suppose you'd call me now. I've got a few businesses under my belt, and I run some networking groups with someone else alongside, which is a lady from the local radio station called Paula. We run those together. Yeah, just trying to bring people together really, more than anything.
Yeah. And how did you make your way into business as your pathway, and especially within the Fylde?
It all sort of came around. Like I said, I used to work at BT, worked there for 8 years, got made redundant unfortunately. And I thought I need the presence of a bigger business. So I went to Yellow Pages, was there for 2 years.
What's Yellow Pages for those that don't know?
Yellow Pages, it's a book that you get. It used to be a book, it's now online, or yell.com. And it was full of businesses, A to Z, from every kind of category you think of. So I'd be selling everything. It's ads, it's web, it's Yell listings, it's everything you can think of to try and get a business working, which does or doesn't, it's down to an opinion, I suppose. There was quite a lot of salespeople. I think there was like 7,000 there across all the branches across the countries. And I was in what's called the top 100 club. So top 100 person cycle every 3 months and then year in, year out. So that was a great sort of feather in the cap. Decided to leave that and go and work for my old manager, who used to be at BT, national sales manager. He set a business up. I was there for just short of 10 years, probably a few months short of 10 years, and learned everything. I learned how to run teams, run staff, hire, fire, departments, everything you think of. And then I got to the point and I thought, do you know what, I could probably do this myself. Seeing the operation of the business, not just the running, but all the heavy things behind it in terms of how to make the decisions, and rightly or wrongly, whether they went good with the staff or bad with the staff, it was always the business's decision at the end of the day. And it's really given me a sort of great base to work from and build my business. And that's kind of how we're at where we're at already.
Yeah. And I mean, the way that we sort of started making contact was through LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I saw something about networking events, and it's something that, I've got my manager of dental practice to go to. How come you're so invested in local businesses and networking?
The biggest part for me, it was when I set my business up, I wanted to go to an event or join a group, but it was always single sector. So one dentist, one digital, one mortgage advisor, one this, one that, and all the spaces were full. So I just thought, right, okay, well, I'll go to one. Went to one that somebody was running, one of my friends was running. There was about 8 or 9 people going to it regularly. As it was, slowly but surely, I was getting more people to the group, got to 30, 35 a time. Ended up just by proxy running the group, and he sort of backed out because he had a full-time job at the end. So I kind of took over that. Probably 18 months ago, Paula from Coastal Radio, she came in with me as well. So we've kind of run that together. Works well. It's now gone from just one event, which is once a month. It used to be once a month at Fleetwood. We now have one at Fleetwood, one at Lytham, and one in Preston. So we have 3 a month. We're soon to do a 4th one, which will be in Lancaster. So that'll be 4 a month, all free. So everyone usually charges for these groups. We do them for nothing. I think there's 750 people in the group now. But the biggest thing was giving back and connecting. Because when I started, apart from people that I knew, there was nowhere to go. I go to the FSB and you get a bit of information. I go here and you get a little bit, but there was no one who wanted to share the info. It was like it was gatekept, and you're trying to get a foot up on something without learning it yourself, but actually going to some peers and saying, how would you deal with this conflict? How would you deal with that issue? What would you do? How would you handle that challenge? But with this group, it's all there, and it's so transparent. It's brilliant.
So it looks like the group has really grown quite quickly and organically. What are the challenges that local business people are facing from what you've heard in the groups?
When we go around the room, we do a little, hi, I'm Warren, I've got a digital marketing agency. And then sometimes we'll say to them, what are the challenges? And it's, sometimes people will say, I'm not getting the reach on my social media. My tax is too much. The PAYE bill's going up too much. I can't employ people because my costs are going up, so I need to put them onto a retainer. I need to get a self-employed person instead. I don't want to take an apprentice because I don't get any levy for them. I don't do this, I don't do... Basically, they're trying to cut costs everywhere, but still deliver the same kind of service. A lot of the times, there is a simple fix. It's just someone else in the room will say, well, I've done this, I've done that. And it's a quick that will just fix it. But if they're not in that collective, they're, like I said right at the beginning, they've got nowhere to go apart from Googling something or asking an anonymous question on Facebook because they're too embarrassed to ask. We create like a safe space where anyone can come along and they can ask anything. Everyone's contact details at the end. If they agree, they can share a sheet round so anyone can contact each other. I have people that come to me and say, can I come for a coffee? We'll call it at the lab. That's my business. They'll come at the lab for a brew. They'll have a chat, and then before you know it, they've had an hour as an agony aunt from me. But all of a sudden, they are then getting all the information that they need. And there's no ulterior motive to sign up with us. It's just we share that. And I can go to any place and do the same back and forth.
I see.
So it just worked well.
And are there any specific instances or examples you can think of where somebody really benefited from all this advice and being around a group of other business owners?
I had one this morning, actually. It was a storage business who wanted to try and find another angle for his business. And he said, storage is storage. Once they're full, I've got no more money coming in. So he does storage containers. So what he's done, there's only so much space he can put them on. So he's connected up with a guy who does solar, who comes to our event. He does solar, rewires, all that kind of stuff. He's now got an agreement with this chap where he will put solar on every single storage locker, roof or container. So he'll make an income and he can sell it back to the grid or he can use it for free electric. And that's just from me putting them together or them coming to the event. And that happens all the time. So not only has he solved that problem, he's actually generating a lot more money. And then they've got an agreement now where they're kind of doing a bit of business together as a partnership. So it's perfect.
Do you find that there are certain challenges or issues that are really isolated to the Fylde, as opposed to anywhere else in the country, or not really?
It's more about young employment at the moment. That's what we're hearing. Costs and young employment. So you can hire an apprentice and the apprentice will cost you X amount of money. In year 2, you've got to pay pretty much full salary for their age. So if you get a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old, you've got to pay them the same as you can hire someone that's already come out of uni, qualified, or they've been time served doing the job for 4 years. So it's that question of, do you want experience or do you want cost? Do you want to save money or do you want experience? Do you want someone to learn on the job or do you want them to come in and they've already done the job? So for us, we prefer the young learners, not for the sake of the money's cheaper for year 1. It's nothing to do with it. It's the fact that someone can come from another digital agency who doesn't work the way we work, and you can mold them the right way. You know, we're Google partners, we're Meta partners, Meta agency partners. It's the highest level you can get. We're Google Premier partners, so that again, that's the highest level. So when you sit with these people, if they've already worked somewhere else, they might have bad habits. So we need to make sure that them habits are not there, and they're trained exactly the way that we've been trained. So that we deliver that to the clients.
I can resonate with that because when we started this practice 12 months ago, a lot of the staff that joined had a non-dental background. And it's right in that, sometimes if people have worked in other dental practices and then you take them on, some of the bad habits that have been picked up from those other practices
100%.
can then be bad habits you're having to undo. So I totally understand that. It'd be good to then learn from you then, is our websites, for example, still effective in this day and age? Do people still use websites?
I mean, it used to be you get the yellow pages. We go way back. And then it was, oh, you need a little website. And then it was, you need a bit of marketing to the website. So what's happened now is that the Yellow Pages book is non-existent. We used to be, you get one through the letterbox every year. That's gone now. So it's all digital now, everything. So website alone won't do it. You'll get a bit of business, but it's like buying a car. You need to put some fuel in it to make it go somewhere. Otherwise, you could have a nice Ferrari. It's sat in the garage, no one's going to see it. You need to put some fuel in it. So the website is fine. AI is kicking in quite a lot now. So you can go somewhere and say, build me a website, and AI will build you something. Website alone will be okay, but if you really want to ramp it up, you need, whether it's Facebook ads, whether it's Google ads, whether it's a bit of search on Google directly, email marketing to bring in old clients that are disengaged back into you. There's plenty of things you can do to say, if you, for instance, you've had someone who has inquired about cosmetic, whatever the brand is, they can go for that. If they don't inquire, if they don't carry on, you can retarget them a year later and say, what was the issue? Was it the price? Was it the timing? Was it this? Was it that? You might get them coming back in on the first hit. If they click it and don't go anywhere, you can have it where it hits them again, but a different type of angle. Facebook ads, for instance, you can have it where they've Googled you, something about cosmetic, they got a Facebook and there's a picture of your practice. If they interact with it and they book, great. They will see another ad the following day, which is a review. So it's social proof. It just says, kind of saying, look, you've booked with the right people. It's 5 stars, etc., etc. If they don't book, they'll get an alternative advert. So come back and have another look. And it's just more information. So website alone won't do it. It's like yourself, you do different things online. The website alone, it's just a presence. But you've got to push it in front of people, otherwise they won't know you're there.
So what you're saying is that website is still useful and valuable, but you can't just have it as a standalone thing.
It's like being on a high street. You're however far down this straight you are, and obviously there's a town centre. If you're in the town centre, you get a lot of footfall. If you're way out of the town centre, your footfall's going to be like this compared to this. So with the marketing, you can literally look like you're in the middle of the town centre. You're the biggest business. It doesn't make a difference. You can be the smallest place on the biggest online. It doesn't reflect what you are, and that's a good thing about it.
And then in terms of different platforms like Facebook or Instagram, what are you advising local businesses to do with those platforms? Because people can say, I don't want to be an influencer. Does this even drive people to my local business if people are liking my dancing videos all the way from America, or it's doing nothing for.
I think the biggest thing with that is you need to really niche in something, and you need to double down on what you niche in, and that can be a service. So say you want to push the cosmetic side, you could then just focus a monthly plan just on that. But what you also then do is you drop it into groups on social media, whether it's Facebook, whether it's LinkedIn. Instagram's a total beast on its own. That is literally just a vanity platform. It's for images, that kind of thing. There's not much context behind it. It does work, don't get me wrong, you'll get a lot from it. Facebook is totally different because you go in groups and you go in this and you go in that, and you can have events. You can do a lot more with it. I mean, if you do it all right and you have it all in the right sections and the right order, it can really work for you, but you need to get a niche, otherwise you're just the same as everyone else.
Okay, so let's talk about maybe a new local business that started. There's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. What would you advise for a new business?
The very first thing, I'd always say website. And if you can't afford a website, build one on a site builder. Go to Wix, go to GoDaddy, build one. Even if it costs you whatever it is a month, it might be 20 quid a month for whatever it might be. Go to Google My Business, register your place. So you say, I am Warren's Florist. You put it to your address, you put a nice picture up, you get that verified. People can see you, they can review you, they can get directions to you. And that gives you a little foothold without you paying for the heavy search stuff every month. Once you start getting a bit of revenue in, you can reinvest that back in the pot. So a website and Google My Business to start with, Facebook page, all your social pages need doing. TikTok might not be right for you, it depends on the industry. But anything for free, take it. And then you just slowly start putting things. You can use platforms. We use one called Metricool, which is like it's like a multi-post platform. A bit like Buffer. There's loads. Metricool is the only one that I know that will post onto LinkedIn as well for free. So you can have one brand in it. So you'd have Warren's Florist. You'd have all your socials in it. You can post on every one. But then you can alter the post for different ones as well. So it's different kind of content. But instead of jumping on and posting every single one, taking loads of time, one post done.
Yeah.
So again,
Would
that's
you
free.
advise then to set up all the different accounts
Yeah.
with social media sites and then just whatever content you have, put it all to those? Is that
Absolutely.
how you would-
Yeah, absolutely. But then just edit the content for, it'd be a different content you put on LinkedIn than you will put on Facebook and Instagram, because that's more professional audience. For the florist side, like I said, Facebook and Instagram, you can have quite a fun image.
Yes.
On LinkedIn, I would put something probably a bit more about corporate flowers for offices or workplaces and gifting to your staff, that kind of thing. It'd be a different message to what's on the other platforms.
Yeah. Let's talk about Google, and people keep talking about SEO. You know, Abel says about the importance of SEO. What is SEO? And one thing I'm hearing is the fact that Google's changing as a platform. With AI nowadays, I see you put a search, you search something on Google, and there's like an AI answer. So let's just start there.
Yeah.
Google SEO, what's it all about, and are things going to change with these AI searches?
Yeah, so and SEO in general is, if anyone doesn't know, it's the art of bringing your website up on the search engine organically or naturally, as they call it. It's either or. Now, you go and type in florist in Blackpool, florist in Kirkham, and if I've done my job right, my website will be there. But you're also competing against big players like Interflora and people who will just have tons and tons of money. So you've always got to be realistic. You're never going to be above them. You will be fighting for that. But you've got to do something again that's niche, so you can see what is and what isn't working for them. So there's things that will get loads of searches, just like florist. But there's things you can do what's called a long tail phrase, which is 3 words and above. So you have something like that, you can then double down on that. So you can say, I don't know, corporate flowers for my staff. That, I can guarantee Interflora won't be doing that because they don't need to. That might get 30 searches a month, but it's 30 more searches than you get at the moment, and you're probably going to go to the top for that. Or you could do something, again, a long tail. So it could be totally different, but you got a lot of chance of, you might be getting loads of these searches at 30, 50 searches a month, but if you're coming up and there's not many others are, you're winning. So we always say, right, a bit like the old countdown. You know, we used to watch it with Carol Vorderman and that, and you go, right, you'll have 1 hard phrase, 2 from the middle and 3 from the bottom. So you get 3 that are really easy, 2 that are difficult, and 1 that's really hard. We work on this one constantly. These ones can change every month because they're just volume ones. But that would work. The introduction with Gemini into Google, that's their AI. So you've got ChatGPT, you've got Gemini, you've got Copilot, there's loads of them. Gemini pulls in searches at the top, like you say. So you'll do a quick search and Gemini will say, based on this website from Warren's Flowers, we suggest this. That just pulls information up from the listings below. So that will never replace someone like ourselves doing SEO. SEO has to be unique, it's got to be different. You can't write the same content for 100 florists or even 5 florists. Google knows it's duplicate. The problem with AI, if you went to ChatGPT and said, write me an SEO page for florists in Blackpool, it will write something, but then all it does, it pulls it from sources from the web. So eventually, everyone's going to have the same content, unless it's manually written. So that will never replace. Google have this big thing about unique, 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 unique. And if you're not unique, they're going to spit you out eventually. So Gemini's there, and everyone thinks, oh, I can use AI to do it. You can't. All that does is pull from the listings that are already up there.
Okay. But then in terms of when you search something, let's say florist in Blackpool, like you're saying, there's almost like an AI answer. So how do you then get into that AI answer so that your florist is the one that's appearing there?
Yeah, so they're very similar to when voice search came out with Alexa and all that kind of stuff. You had to build certain things. So you've got what's called SERP, Search Engine Ranking Protocol, and you've got Schema, which is markup. So both of those things make a difference to where you appear and what's on the website in terms of what signal. So as long as all that kind of stuff is in, so when voice search came in, you need to sort of make some amendments so that if someone said, Alexa, you haven't got one in here of you, it's not going to start talking. If you say, Alexa, who's the best florist in Blackpool? It'll say, oh, go to Warren's Florist. From Warren's Florist, they say this, that, and the other. And it gives you a full breakdown. And it'll say, if you want to go to the website, I'll send you a link. And that comes through to your phone. Really clever. Similar thing is happening with AI. So you need to build for AI search. So there's certain parts. If you've got a site builder like Wix or any of those other ones, you don't have that facility, as far as I'm aware, to put AI search information in. If you use WordPress or other bigger platforms, Shopify, that kind of thing, you can do it. But again, it's just experience. That's where someone like us comes in and we build it. It's not something you could sort of explain to somebody in 5 minutes. It's SEO is an absolute beast of a job. You know, you need years of experience. The two guys that work for us, one's got like 15 years experience, and the other one's got very similar, maybe 20, maybe 18. So that it's not you can learn an SEO course, but it's like anything, you can pick it up and read a dummy's guide. But there's books and books and books of reading that you need to do to get it right.
So, you know, as a local business owner, I think about, I've got a lot to be handling with, you know, staff, me being a clinician, a dentist, just different things I've got to do with my own business. Now, when you're talking about, you know, things like schema and markup and all, you know, ranking on SEO and all of that, you know, it's something that I'd rather outsource. But then comes the landmine of, you know, how do you find good people to outsource to, and how do you know that you're getting competitive pricing but still a quality result? How do people navigate that?
Reviews, social value. People will have a look at you, they'll see you, they'll type something in, they'll see we have 85-star reviews, 80 plus across Facebook and Google. They'll look at that, they'll check our website out, see we're legitimate, they'll see we're people because they've got an about the team page. Look at us on social media, they can see everything. But we're really transparent, so our prices are on our website. So they don't come and sit with us and go, I didn't realise it was that much. Before someone books, they look at the package, look at the price, and then they book in. So they know exactly what they're paying for, they come. Other companies don't do that, they hide the prices, which is not good. The only time we sit in front of someone is either if they're a new business and they've seen us after what I've just said, or they're a business that's had a bad experience with someone else, and they've either been missold, oversold, under-delivered, over-promised. We hear it all the time. Whereas with the groups that we run, there's 750 people in there. And every one of these groups, if I say to someone, right, put your hands up if you deal with us or dealt with us in the past, probably, I'd say, every time there's a room full of 30 people, probably 15 will be in there that have done something with us in the past or had a meeting with us for advice, free advice. Not one of them goes, well, I've had a bad experience. It's great, and I can hand on heart say that it works really, really well. It's all down to what you're putting out there. Whether it's time you're giving back, whether you're talking to students at the high schools and colleges, investing in them. When they come out, they will speak to their parents and go, I had this guy come in today and he talked to me about digital marketing. And they might have a business and they'll come to us. Or it can be free reviews you're doing on people's websites or talking about SEO that you might want to do. We'll do a free review. You might not use us, but someone else might be looking for the service and you've got, I spoke to this guy and it was totally free to come and speak to him. All our prices, like I said, are transparent, and that makes a huge difference, and people just don't do it. You know, we've upset a few people in the industry by doing it, but I'm trying to be that guy that goes, look, it's not a hidden price, it's not a mystery. You can go on and you can purchase it without even speaking to us, but we try and enforce the book a call to make sure you're buying the right thing before.
When would you say it's the right time for a business to think about investing in marketing and paid ads?
I'd say as soon as they've got, I mean, it all depends on workload, because you don't want to do some adverts. Some adverts take a while to run. It depends on to work. It depends on the industry. If you're selling toothbrushes at £1 a go, by the time you've paid us for our management, you've paid the ads out, you've got to spend a lot of money. You've got to sell a lot of toothbrushes to make your money back. But if you're selling cosmetic dentistry, you probably only get one a month from it, and you're winning. But if you start at one, turns into 5. But the way you got to look at it a different way. We say, right, how many inquiries do you need to make that sale? And we kind of reverse it. The flip side of that is, how many can you handle? It's all about delivery. It's all right putting the ads out, but if you can't deliver them, so you got to make sure your website's rock solid, because they're going to see that before they book. Your processes are right, so your operations right. In other words, you've got the people that can deliver it all the way down the cogs in the machine. They're all there doing the bits, because you can't be out being the entrepreneur and doing all the work at the same time. You need someone to help you in most cases. So as long as those things are right, and you're making a bit of money off your incoming from Google My Business and your website and these other little bits that you've done, or your social posting, and you've got a bit of money coming in, you're paying yourself, that's when you put a bit of money into it, as long as your procedures are in place. Because you don't want to take it and then it fall down behind the scenes. It happens to everybody.
And somebody who's had no experience at paying for, Google search or Facebook, Instagram ads, what are the sort of like the ranges, just to almost like
Yeah.
give you an idea of, okay, expectation. Is it £10? Is it
Yeah.
£100? In a month? Is it thousands? Like, just to set.
Yeah, it totally depends. I mean, if you're talking about SEO, SEO it's a manual job, and it's not like one and done. It's X amount of hours a month per client. So we have, say, 55 on SEO or 60, whatever it might be. We have them ranging from 300 a month, 500 a month, and 1,000 a month. So it goes low, medium, high.
Yeah.
Ads, it can be anything from, if someone says I want to spend £5 a day, we won't touch it because we're not going to get the return that they want. It's the old toothbrush situation. They might have the best products in the world, but £5 a day, if it's a good product, everyone will be doing it, and they will push the bid up. So £5 a day, you might only get 3 clicks, and you're gone. So we say, look, we'll have a look at it, and we'll go, right, you might spend £4.50 a month, which is £15 a day. You might spend 600, which is 20 a day. But it's a more realistic conversation. And if somebody says, oh, we'll do it for this price, just avoid them, because we will just turn around and go, I'm sorry, we can't help you. And you're not the kind of client that we don't want to work with, but it's unrealistic expectation. Like I said before about overselling, under delivering. All you're going to do is you're going to win that customer for a month and they're going to cancel the month later. And it's your reputation, bad review. You're not going to get that new business person looking for you anymore because you've got a 4 out of 5 instead of a 5 out of 5 because you just snatched a sale for no reason at all.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. So, I mean, I'd love to open it up to you. Just, are there any things that you think would be useful for a new business within the Fylde to know?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of resources that you can go to. There's the FSB have a good library of things that you can go, and they're all free courses. Obviously, our networking group's good. There's a lot of businesses in there that help people. But I would say speak to your local council. They always have lots of things available, lots of free courses. Speak to the college. They have loads of courses. There's places in Blackpool called the Small Business Academy, which is in St Anne's, where they will go and they'll like do free workshops. There's loads of people that will help. But the main thing I would say is just look at what other people are doing in your industry. If they're something that you look up to and think they're doing really well, then analyze them and see what they're doing. Look at everything. Look at the posts. Go to Facebook and look at which ones are getting not just 1 like, but 35 likes. Not just 35 likes, but 70 likes. What's the difference between that one and that one? What's the engagement like? Is that got a picture? Has that got a video? And just copy that. And everyone copies each other. It's standard. But put a twist on it. So it's your business and your brand. Yeah.
And just to finish off, what makes Warren smile?
I think the main thing, and it might seem very cheesy, I walk in the office and we're employing people, there's 12 staff plus the directors. So they're all working hard, delivering projects for people. But I suppose the flip side of that is it's great when you sign a client up. There's nothing like it. But the better feeling when you see them getting the results in and then their business growing. And we can see their business growing by the tracking. We can see the calls they're getting. We can see the inquiries they're getting. We can see how much money they're taking through the marketing that we're doing. So we have a client, for example, who gives us, he pays us a marketing fee, does SEO and he does ads. So overall he pays us £3,000 a month. It's a lot of money for a client, but he gets 88 grand a month back in revenue. So every time we do something for him, every time we sit with him, he said, what else can you do for me? Whereas other companies will go, oh, we can do this, this, this. That customer's been with me for 3 years. And I always say to him, I can't do any more. But if I'd have said to him in month 3 or 4 or 5, oh, I can do this, and it's you've got to give us £6,000 a month, his revenue would not increase because we're maxed out what we can get in. So he'll say, well, I'm giving you double, but I'm getting this back. It's not changed. So you've got to also know your limits. But just by seeing that every month and the way he's grown his business, I'll go and see him, there's all new equipment and all this and all that. And it's like that all the time. That's an extreme case. Some people go, they'll spend X and they'll get a return on investment. So their return on ad spend might be 10 times. That's a good case. But again, you can see it working and you can go to them and say, it's not, how's it working like it used to be? You've got the data. So you can say, I see it's working. And they're really happy to see you, which from a marketing business is nice, because we do get a bad rep sometimes. The industry has got a bit of a bad rep over time, but in terms of what we're doing, we're transparent, we deliver results, which is the main thing.
And in terms of people that might want to ask you some questions, follow up from this video, what's the best way to get in touch with you and to also find out about the networking groups?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn, Warren Langford, easy to find. Labcreative.co.uk, that's the website address. And if you go to Facebook and type in, just change the name of it actually, Growth Business Hub, there's a group, you can join that, it's free, and all the events are listed on there.
Yeah. Well, no, thank you, Warren, for
Thank
being
you very
with us
much.
and sharing all your insights. And yeah, hopefully that has been really insightful for all the listeners. We'll see you guys in the next one.